Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and here is the camera comparison of two smartphones in the 25k price segment, the Vivo V11 Pro with the Poco F1. So both the smartphones have great looks, hardware and also offer good camera hardware. So let's find out how they perform in this segment. So talking about the specifications, the Vivo V11 Pro has a dual camera with 12 megapixel f1.8 aperture camera and a secondary 5 megapixel shooter for depth sensing. The front camera on the Vivo V11 Pro is a 25 megapixel f2.0 camera with screen flash included. Now coming to the Poco F1, it has a 12 megapixel rear camera with f-stop 1.9 and a secondary 5 megapixel sensor for depth sensing, and it has LED flash. The front camera on the Poco F1 is a 20 megapixel f2.0 camera, and now let's go straight into the camera sample to see which is better. First step, let's have a look at the video recording. Here both the smartphones can record videos in 1080p resolution, and there is also support for 4K resolution. While the Poco F1 supports EIS for 1080p resolution, the Vivo V11 Pro does not offer any support for EIS, and as a result, the video looks shaky, especially when you're walking. But looking at the video quality, we feel Vivo does a better job with colors, and the Poco F1 video looks oversaturated. We expect Vivo to roll out the EIS feature via an OTA update. Next, let's have a look at the daylight captures. Here looking at the samples, you can see that both these devices offer good details. The image shot on the Vivo V11 Pro is a bit more natural, while Poco F1 looks a bit saturated, especially the greenery. If you're a person who loves vivid colors, then you would probably love the Poco F1. But we like the natural colors on the Vivo V11 Pro. The dynamic range is also slightly better on the V11 Pro. The sharpness levels are quite similar on both the devices. Now moving on to the close-up images. Here both the devices offer good details. Here again colors are natural on the Vivo V11 Pro, while they are vivid and saturated on the Poco F1. The sharpness levels are slightly better on the Vivo V11 Pro. Next, let's have a look at the low light captures. While both the devices offer decent low light performance, both have noise creeping in extreme low light condition. When we reviewed the Poco F1, we mentioned that the low light photography is one of the weaknesses of Poco F1. With the backlight HDR mode, the Vivo V11 Pro gives more details to the low light photos. The colors are also slightly better on the Vivo V11 Pro. So here our pick would be the Vivo V11 Pro. Now coming to the portrait mode, both the phones offer good portrait shots with good colors. The background blur and edge detection is superior on the Poco F1, while Vivo V needs a bit more fine tuning to the edge detection algorithm. Finally, the selfie camera. Both the phones offer good selfie camera. Here both the cameras does a good job, and the skin tones are also quite good. While we like the selfies on the Vivo V11 Pro with better skin tones and sharper images, the Poco F1 isn't bad. The low light selfie experience is definitely better on the Vivo V11 Pro, especially with the screen flash. Both the phones offer portrait selfies, and here again the Poco F1 has a slightly better edge detection algorithm. So this is the front-facing camera sample taken with the Poco F1, which has a 20 megapixel shooter which is capable of recording videos in 1080p resolution. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front-facing camera on the Poco F1. So this is the front-facing camera sample taken with the Vivo V11 Pro, which is again a 25 megapixel shooter, and this is capable of recording videos in 1080p resolution, that's full HD. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front-facing camera on the Vivo V11 Pro. So that is the camera comparison of the Vivo V11 Pro with the Poco F1. So summing up, which is the better camera smartphone? In short, we would say in terms of the photography, Vivo V11 Pro is our choice with realistic colors and good overall details and slightly better low light experience. The Poco F1 is particularly useful for portrait photography, where the edge detection is superior. We expect Vivo to release an EIS update for video recording, similar to how they have done it for Nex and X21. So our pick in terms of the camera comparison is the Vivo V11 Pro. Which is your pick among the two camera smartphones? Drop in your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with the camera comparison of the Vivo V11 Pro with the Poco F1. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.